A group of Afghan women activists staged a small protest in Taliban-controlled Kabul Friday calling for equal rights and full participation in political life. In spite of the risk, a group called the Women's Political Participation Network marched on the street in front of Afghanistan's finance ministry, chanting slogans and holding signs demanding involvement in the Afghan government and calling for constitutional law. Footage showed a brief confrontation between a Taliban guard and some of the women, and a man's voice could be heard saying, "Go away," before chanting resumed. The gathering was relatively small. Video of the scene livestreamed by the group showed just a few dozen demonstrators, but represented an unusual public challenge to Taliban rule. The militant group are involved in internal discussions about forming a government, but have already signaled that working women should stay at home, and militants have in some instances ordered women to leave their workplaces. Taliban leaders insist publicly that women will play a prominent role in society and have access to education. But the group's public statements about adhering to their interpretation of Islamic values have stoked fears that there will be a return to the harsh policies of Taliban rule 2 decades ago, when women all but disappeared from public life. Some Afghan women are already staying home out of fears for their safety, and some families are buying all-covering burqa for female relatives. The demonstration in Kabul comes one day after women staged a similar demonstration in Afghanistan's western city of Herat. Women in that protest held a large sign that said, "No government can be long-lasting without the support of women. Our demands. The right to education and the right to work in all areas." The protests come amid heightened fears over security under Taliban rule. Last month, Taliban spokesperson Zabihullah Mujahid said women should not go to work for their own safety, undermining the group's efforts to convince international observers that the group would be more tolerant towards women than when they were last in power. Mujahid said the guidance to stay at home would be temporary, and would allow the group to find ways to ensure that women are not treated in a disrespectful way, or, God forbid, hurt.